This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi there, I'm KALEY with the top stories from ABC15 Arizona. According to the Department of Health and Human Services, COVID cases, hospitalizations, and deaths are going up. More than half of the states reporting case average increases greater than 10%, while 11 states do have hospital admissions greater than 10%. 17 states have more than 10% daily death averages, and right now Arizona is not on any of those particular lists. As more COVID-19 variants do appear, a small study is showing the coronavirus vaccines will fight off new mutations. The National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases releasing this study, and researchers studied white blood cell samples from 30 people who recovered from COVID before the emergence of the variants. They found T cells, which are a key component in the body's immune system, remained active against the virus. The agency says larger studies are needed, of course, but vaccines should offer protection against emerging variants. More people are lining up to get the COVID-19 vaccine, and that's apparent by images at State Farm Stadium, and cars have been lined up by nearly a mile there. The state telling us a list of reasons for the backup. First, because of a 2 p.m. shift change, another because of some supply issues, and because of the heat. State health officials have sent out an emergency alert by mail asking for volunteers. This request was sent on behalf of the contractor the state is using. And we talked to one woman who waited hours, she says, to get her vaccine.
I went Saturday night. My appointment was at 8:51. I got there at 8:20. They said to get there about 15 minutes early, but and then when I got there, it was just gridlock. We were behind the light for about 30 minutes. And then when we did make it through the light, there were a lot of people cutting in. And there's no attendants out there.
The state says the typical wait time is 30 to 45 minutes. There will be changes coming to this site starting over the weekend. They're going to move to overnight hours. They will vaccinate the same number of people, they say, in 16 hours as 24 hours. Pima County will require masks despite what the governor lifting restrictions last week. Health officials say they continue enforcing mask requirements in restaurants and businesses, and fines could be issued. Leaders in Pima County say that they do expect the decision will be challenged. Easter is this weekend, and here's a heads up if you do like to spend time at Phoenix Parks. The city's Parks and Rec Department issuing temporary restrictions to limit large gatherings. Parks and amenities will be open. Parking lots will be closed Saturday and Sunday. Grilling is also prohibited over the weekend, and face masks are strongly recommended. People in airlines are getting excited about traveling again. American Airlines says bookings are nearly back to pre-pandemic norms. It is confident that bookings will continue strong into the second quarter of 2021, so it is requiring most of its planes back to service. Delta and Southwest have also reported bookings started to pick up in February. The CDC is still advising people to not travel right now, even if, in fact, you are vaccinated. And as more people seem to be getting outside and socializing, it is becoming more difficult to get around the valley. You probably noticed this. A lot of car rental companies struggling to keep up with demand after decreasing their fleet during the pandemic. This is what it looked like earlier this month at Sky Harbor Airport. Hundreds waiting in line to rent a car with no luck, and the shortage continues with no availability at several places. Getting a rideshare, that's not easy either. Some riders saying that they've had to pay upwards of $40 during peak hours just to go a few blocks or a few miles. And in some cases, they can't even get a ride, all due to a shortage of drivers. And we talked with one driver who works for Uber. He says it's mainly due to high gas prices and getting paired with customers who are farther out.
We should be getting paid more. We're getting sent out to go pick up these people, 20 minutes, and then they're only going 2 or 3 miles down the road, and, we're wasting gas.
Well, now we know, right? A Lyft spokesperson providing a different response, saying we're seeing big increases in demand for rides as vaccines roll out. People get ready to start moving again. It's part of the deal. It is great news for drivers who are busier, and boy, are they ever earning more than they were pre-pandemic.
Tracking your most accurate forecast now, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. We'll be very close once again to 90 degrees this afternoon. I'm calling for a high of 89. It'll be warm and breezy regardless. And across the state, same story. Highs anywhere from the 50s in Flagstaff to 70 for you folks in Sedona and 80s across the lower deserts from Pima County out toward the Colorado with highs between 83 in Bullhead City to 88 in Yuma. And it will be breezy at times throughout the valley and throughout western parts of the state with gusts anywhere up to 30 miles per hour at times there along the Colorado. And here in the valley, gusts up to 20. That's about it for your Wednesday. But your 7-day forecast is showing highs tomorrow in the mid-90s. Slight chance, and I mean a very slight chance of an evening shower. Not much of anything. And then we're going to stay in the 90s through at least early next week. But look at that holiday weekend forecast. Sizzling for sure, with highs still in the mid-90s on Saturday and in the upper 90s on Easter Sunday. And those lows warming up too. We're going to be in the mid and upper 60s through early next week.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to ABC15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app. Make it a great day.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.